Is it live? Is it on? Are we here? Hi! Welcome. Hi, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay. So we have just started our tea time with Mrs. Tiggy Winkle. Who's there? Say hello. We just got connected. I know it took a few minutes. Sometimes it does that. Even though we're there ahead of time. Tell us, who are you? Okay, well, if you're there and you're able to see this clearly, then we're going to go ahead and begin. Can you give a thumbs up if you can hear us and see us clearly? Sometimes it glitches. Oh, Grandma's there. Yay. And is Sage there? Sage, are you there? Your cousin? Well, we'll see. Thank you, Jaden, for bringing this. We have a fun day planned. So first of all, we're going to talk about Benjamin Bunny. And Benjamin Bunny was the story we read last week. Juliana, would you like to go out and get your pot?
Oh, yeah.
Last week, they painted pots. They had a craft where they colored paper pots and they wrote their own poem on the pot and they put a little flower. Let me show you as an example. This was Christina. Christina's not here at the moment, but let me show you her pot. Isn't that cute? This is one of the crafts that we have when you sign up for the book club. We just get a free craft every week that you can do in conjunction with the story we're reading. So that was her pot. She put a little poem on the front, and she made a cardboard flower, and she attached it to the back. So it fits in her notebook like this. Katie, hi, welcome.
Hi.
We're showing, I don't know when you came on, so I don't know if you saw this, but this is an example of Christina's pot that she colored and put the poem on the front, and then she has, can you see it? It's dark to me, a cardboard flower. So that goes in her notebook. She'll just take that in the inside for that section of that story. One second. And there you go. So for her, Benjamin Bunny story, she has her literary devices, so her baskets, and that's the literary devices. So her similes and metaphors are stored in there. And her craft, and then they also painted pots. So tell us about this one. How'd you do it? How'd you make that?
Oh, I got the dragonfly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got a stencil, and then I painted the color I wanted the dragonfly to be, and then I just painted it on.
Yep. So that is Juliana's pot. There you go. You see how she has the grass all the way around? Christina, do you want to go get your pot and show it? So pretty. Go grab it. Bring it in. So what we're going to do now that the paint is dried, we'll add the soil and the wildflower seeds. We'll watch them grow. This pot is actually hot right now because it was outside. So our spring is going away and summer is coming. So we have to quickly move through our crafts. Okay, I'm going to put the pot back here. Great. Okay, then Christina will bring hers. What else do we do?
Oh, we did our
This is Juliana's pot. So pretty. She's going to put it in.
literary devices.
Yeah, did you find any?
Mm-hmm. So for Benjamin Bunny, I have
this a little bit this way.
onomatopoeia. It is trot, trot. And food, rosemary tea, pear tree, onions, and lettuces. And then I have a simile as big as lollipops. So their eyes were as big as lollipops.
Oh, that's good. So when you imagine them, you imagine their eyes. They don't look slanted. They don't look squinted like this. They look round, as big as lollipops. That was a very good simile. Oh, good. You want to join us? Okay. Make some space here. Let me put this inside. Thank you. We're adding to our party here. There we go. Maybe you can put your chair on this side. Okay, this is Christina's. Sorry, that's so loud. I know. This is Christina's pot. Let's move it back this way. Just a little bit. This is Christina's pot. Christina, tell us what you have in your pot. Yeah, what are these?
Trees and clouds and the sun.
Beautiful. So then she will also add her soil and her plants there. Probably today. We want to get them in there right away, don't we? That's so nice. Did it take you a while? Did it get messy?
Sort of.
A little bit messy. Yeah, well, that's why that's why we're doing this at this time of the year, where you can be outside and you can, even though we make a mess, you can wash off. It's nice to jump in the pool afterwards.
Yeah.
Well, is anybody having a snack today as we're beginning?
We are.
We want to tell you what we're drinking today. We usually drink warm tea, but it's just a little too warm today. So what we're doing is, do you want to share what we're drinking? Okay, would you like to share? Do you remember what it's called? Okay, go ahead.
It's called French berry lemonade.
Cheers, shall we? Very gently with the teacup. Cheers. It's so tasty.
It is really good. And then we have crackers.
Yes, we meant to have muffins, but sometimes you just don't have time to make them. And look at these flowers. Oh, that's so beautiful. I think I said beautiful. I think Mrs. Tiddywinkle would love these flowers. And the rose petal, oh, the girls decorated this table so pretty. I'm going to put this over here so you can see it. Okay, so.
You can't see.
I know. Oh, it looks like Sage is having apple slices and English muffins.
Wow, that sounds good.
That sounds perfect. Because do you know where Beatrix Potter lived? Do you girls know?
London.
England. Yeah. So English muffin, how perfect. Yeah, England. So I think that's one of our snacks we should plan on in one of the upcoming weeks. An English muffin. Do you girls like those?
Yes, I love those.
What do you like to put on them?
Raspberry jam.
Jam.
I don't taste it.
You haven't tasted an English muffin? Oh, we have to change that. Or maybe you don't remember.
Butter. They have apple slices and English muffins and butter.
Yes. Well, I'm going to get to the story quickly here because this one, I don't know, it seems like it's a little bit longer. And I want to make sure we have time for that. First, let me tell you about the animal. Do you know what the animal is? Katie or Sage or anybody else out there? Do you know what this animal is? Yes, Deborah Davis, a hedgehog. They are so cute. I really love to watch hedgehogs. I don't think they're quite as intimidating as a porcupine, but they're so cute. Actually, before we begin, who wanted to share a poem?
It's
Christina. Okay, where's your book? Do you know? Oh, this one. While she finds that page, I'm going to tell you a few details about a hedgehog. Hedgehogs.
Got it.
You have it already? Okay, well then let's go ahead and give you the chance to share your poem, and then we'll get to the hedgehogs, okay?
The Christine. What shall I call my dear little dolphins? His eyes are small, but his tail is enormous.
You gotta say it a little louder.
I sometimes call him Terrible John, because his tail goes on and on and on. And sometimes I call him Terrible Jack, his tail goes on to the end of his back. And sometimes I call him Terrible James, because he says he likes me calling him names. But I should call him Jim, because I am so fond of it.
Oh, that is the cutest one. Is that it? That's the end? Yay! Did you bow? Oh, so we know your Oh, yeah, that was terrific. Okay, come on, where's your applause? There you go. Very nice. Who was this written by? Yes, you're right. A. Milne. We did read a poem by him last week as well. He's the author of which famous stories?
Winnie the Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh, yes. And so he's written also a lot of fun kids poems. What was I gonna say? Oh, we read poems too at our tea time because it's poetry tea time. Okay, back to the hedgehog talk. Now, baby hedgehogs. Oh, all right. Let's see if anybody knows what a baby hedgehog is called. You cannot look this up. Let's see if you happen to know. What do you see? I liked seeing them in our backyard when we lived in England. What is she talking? Oh, hedgehogs? Oh, how cute. If anybody knows what a baby hedgehog is, I'll give you a moment.
I can't say it because I read
You know? This is the funniest thing. Hedgehog. Okay. So hog is part of the name. How strange. People are thinking it's like a pig. A porky pig? No, a spiky pig? Okay.
Oh, shoot.
Yes! Deborah Davis! Hoglets! You got it! All right. Round of applause. Very nice. A piglet. Oh, that's cute. It's not a piglet. That would be a cute name, though. Okay, so baby hedgehogs are called hoglets. The spikes on their backs are called, anybody know? Anybody know?
Spikes.
Don't say it out loud because you see the answers. Anybody know what the spikes on the backs of, what are these animals called? Hedgehogs are called?
Hoglets. No. Okay.
Yeah, don't say it. Don't say it. Let's give them a minute. See if they know. Okay. Oh, Katie, quills. Yes! Round of applause. Good job, Katie. Quills. What does that make you think of? Anybody know what a quill is? Pooky thing. She wrote pooky. I think she meant pokey things. Yes, they are pokey. So the quill. Maybe next week we'll have to show the quill. Your quills. So the quill, what we think of as a feather that you can dip in ink and write. Oh, we're gonna have to look into this and see why the spikes are called quills. Maybe because they resemble that spiky part of the feather. That's a good question. Okay, they sleep during the day, which means what? What are they called? Animals who sleep during the day. Oh, do you know without looking? Can you remember? You're not going to say it? Okay. Animals that sleep during the day are called, I know you're not wanting to give it away.
Okay, now we get
Tired. That's funny. Okay.
Yes.
Round 3. Third score for Deborah Davis. Nocturnal. Yeah, they're nocturnal. What other animals are nocturnal? Yeah, you know about animals. What other animals that you know of are nocturnal? Okay, Christina, do you have one?
Owls.
Owls.
Bats.
Yeah, bats.
How about skunks?
Huh.
Maybe.
I don't know. I do see them. They're up during the day, but I do see them at night in videos too. What else are nocturnal creatures? Bats. Yes. You and Deborah Davis got that one. Bats. Let's see. Anything else? Maybe we should come up with a list of nocturnal creatures. You can add that to your notebook. Raccoons. They seem to be very busy to mischief in the middle of the night.
Yeah, so Grandma got it. Yeah.
Oh. But are they only nocturnal? I mean, I do think they're up during the day sometimes too. We'll have to look into that. Do they ever sleep? Maybe they never sleep. Awesomes. Yes. Oh, Katie, skunks. You're saying skunks too. Okay. Oh, I have an eyelash in there. I have a quill in my eye. Okay. You guys are good. You know your animals. Okay. So Just a quick reminder, with your notebooks, these are the kinds of things you can put in your notebook. So if we're reading about an animal that's nocturnal, you can also include other animals that are nocturnal. So at the end of your book club, you have a notebook full of fun things, unique things for each section. Okay, now hedgehogs, they have little snouts and little claws. And what do they use them for?
Digging.
Very good. They dig with their snouts and their claws. Oh, there's somebody here, but I don't know your name. You said owls. Yes. Welcome. You get a round of applause. Okay, you got owls. Nocturnal. Very good. Okay. Let's see. What do they eat? Anybody have any idea?
Owls?
No. Hedgehogs. What do hedgehogs? Here, leave it out here. Christine.
Bugs.
Leave it out here, Christine, so we can read that.
I'm guessing.
Oh, that's a very good guess. Yes. Insects.
We opened it.
Worms, snails, but they also eat other little things.
We opened it today.
You opened it today. Yeah.
Frogs.
Worms! Deborah Davis! Yes! Very good. Ben, Maggie, and Jay here. Yay!
Who are they?
Welcome, Ben, Maggie, and Jay. Okay. They also eat grubs and worms. Grandma. Good job. They also eat frogs and sometimes snakes. So I'm going to assume maybe little snakes, little frogs. Don't put it out of place. Oh, not working. Frogs. Yeah. Can you imagine a hedgehog eating a frog? Maybe that'd have to be a tiny frog because hedgehogs don't seem to have big mouths. Yes. Yeah, that's true. Okay. Now, that is a little bit about hedgehogs. And this is a story about a hedgehog named The Tale of Mrs. Tiggywinkle. Okay. Give me just a moment here as we get started. Okay. The Tale of Mrs. Tiggywinkle. Now, I printed this out because the book that I had for this binding is just coming apart. So I thought this might be easier, and I was able to make the pictures bigger. So, hopefully, all right, give me some sort of response if you're able to see this clearly. Showing pages with pictures is not always easiest on YouTube Live. So thumbs up or something, say, yes, it looks good. Tell me if you can see the picture. I know, it takes a minute to go through. I hear yes. I see a hand waving. Yes, I hear you. Okay, I think we're set to go. The Tale
of Peter Rabbit.
Oh, no, not Peter Rabbit.
I mean,
Mrs. Tiggywinkle by... Yes?
Beatrix Potter.
Beatrix Potter, of course. First published 1905 for the Real Little Lucy of Newlands. 1905. That is a long time ago. So you know if a story is good if it's still interesting to people many years later. So I think Beatrix Potter did a terrific job. Look at what this little hedgehog has in her hands. This is very important for the story. Okay, the test to see if you can really see this page well. What is she holding in her hands? In her hand. Her little hand with the claws. Okay, let's see. Can you see what's in her hand? I know, it always takes a minute. Okay. We'll be watching to see if you can see what Mrs. Tiggywinkle is holding in her hand right here. I should have specified. You know what it is? Well, I know you know what it is because you can see it up close. Okay. So as they think through that, they figure out how to type that in. We'll continue. An iron. Katie, yes. No, not a broom. Does she have a broom? No, no broom. Does it look like a broom?
A box.
It's an iron. Very good.
No, it's a box iron.
It looks like a box. I can see why you think that, especially in a pixelated screen, if it looks like that with YouTube right now. But it's an iron. So let's see what she keeps herself busy with.
Good job, Katie.
Good job. Oh yeah, round of applause. Okay. Once upon a time, there was a little girl called Lucy who lived at a farm called Littletown. She was a good little girl, only she was always losing her pocket handkerchiefs. I might turn it this way. The sun might get this picture better, or maybe it washes it out. I don't know. One day, little Lucy came into the farmyard crying. Oh, she did cry so. I've lost my pocket hankin, 3 hankins and a penny. Have you seen them, Tabby Kitten? The kitten went on washing her white paws, so Lucy asked a speckled hen. Sally Henny Penny, have you found 3 pocket hankins? But the speckled hen ran into a barn clucking, I go barefoot, barefoot, barefoot. Let's see if I can pull them all. Lucy scrambled up the stile with the bundle in her hand, and then she turned to say good night and to thank the washerwoman. But what a very odd thing. Are you able to see?
No, but they can't see.
If you put a chair here, you can, if you want to. Mrs. Tiggywinkle had not waited either for thanks or for the washing bill. She was running, running, running up the hill. And where was her white frilled cap? And her shawl? And her gown? And her petticoat? Then Lucy asked Cock Robin, sitting on a twig. Cock Robin looked sideways at Lucy with his bright black eye, and he flew over a stile and away. Lucy climbed upon the stile and looked up at the hill behind Littletown, a hill that goes up, up into the clouds as though it had no top. That is high. And a great way up the hillside, excuse me, and a great way up the hillside, she thought she saw some white things spread upon the grass. Lucy scrambled up the hill as fast as her stout legs would carry her. She ran along a steep pathway, up and up until Littletown was right away down below, and she could have dropped a pebble down the chimney.
Oh.
That is very high. Presently she came to a spring bubbling out from the hillside. Someone had stood a tin can upon a stone to catch the water, but the water was already running over, for the can was no bigger than an egg cup. So how big would that be? Well, I guess it depends on what kind of egg. Chicken eggs.
What if an egg is this big? So then the egg cup has to be like this big.
But what if it's a little birdie egg, like one of those little hummingbirds?
What
It might be tiny.
This, so I know the egg cup would just be like that.
Yes. And where the sand upon the path was wet, there were footmarks of a very small person. Lucy ran on and on.
Reminds me of Lion the Witch in the Wardrobe.
A very small person. That does sound familiar.
Lucy.
The path ended under a big rock. The grass was short and green, and there were clothes. Props cut from bracken stems with lines of plaited rushes and a heap of tiny clothespins, but no pocket handkerchiefs. But there was something else. A door. Straight into the hill, and inside it someone was singing, Lily white and clean, oh, with little frills between, oh, smooth and hot, red rusty spot, never here be seen, oh. Lucy knocked once, twice, and interrupted the song. A little knock, everybody knock. Wait, once, and then twice. Little frightened voice called out, Who's that? Lucy opened the door, and what do you think there was inside the hill? A nice, clean kitchen with a flat floor and wooden beams. Just like any other farm kitchen, only the ceiling was so low that Lucy's head nearly touched it, and the pots and pans were small, and so was everything else there. There was a nice, hot, singy smell. And at the table, with an iron in her hand, stood a very stout, short person staring anxiously at Lucy.
No, it's good.
Yes. Christina sees that the prickles, what are they called?
Quills.
The quills are poking through her skirt. Ouch.
And her head.
And her bonnet. Oh my. Her print gown was tucked up and she was wearing a large apron over her striped petticoat. Her little black nose went sniffle, 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 and her eyes went twinkle, twinkle.
Oh.
And underneath her cap, where Lucy had I know it. Where Lucy had yellow curls, that little person had prickles. Okay, what was the example of the onomatopoeia?
There's two, so we can say one.
Okay, Joanna, you were the first one to notice it.
Oh, there was a, what was it? The twinkle, twinkle, twinkle.
Christina,
And
you remember?
and
Sniffle?
sniffle, sniffle, sniffle.
Yes, so we can hear it. Now, twinkle, that's a tricky one because
Whoa.
it's not actually making a noise. But you're seeing it, yes. Yeah, maybe her eyes make twinkling sounds. So instead of curly blonde hair like Lucy had, what did Mrs. Tiggle-Winkle have? Yes,
Whoa.
quills sticking out, or
And
prickles. Okay. Who are you? Said Lucy. Have you seen my pocket hankins? The little person made a bob curtsy. Oh, yes, if you please, my name is Mrs. Tiggy-Winkle. Oh, yes, if you please, I'm an excellent clear starcher. And she took something out of a clothes basket and spread it on the ironing basket. Do you have our clothes basket? What's that thing? Said Lucy. That's not my pocket hankin. Oh, no, if you please, that's a little scarlet waistcoat belonging to Cock Robin. And she ironed it and folded it and put it on one side. Okay, so pay attention to all of the characters that she's helping wash their clothes. Oh, yes, we have to have our basket of laundry for this as well. Thank you. Oh, all my papers are going.
I'm ironing.
Shuffle.
I'm ironing.
You're going to iron them? Okay. Iron as we continue the story. Then she took something else off of a clothes horse. That isn't my penny, said Lucy. Oh, doesn't that sound familiar to what I just read? Oh, no. Oh, no, if you please, that's a damask tablecloth belonging to Jenny Wren. Look how it's stained with currant wine. It's very bad to wash, said Mrs. Tiggy-Winkle. So currant wine, what does that sound like? What do you think that is? Well, it's like grape juice.
Oh.
Can you imagine spilling grape juice down the front of that beautiful white shirt?
Or sauce.
Yes, I don't think that would be easy to wash out. Poor Mrs. Tiggy-Winkle. And I thought that was interesting, calling this the clothes horse. I don't have one, but it's what she uses to dry her clothes. Okay, next page. Mrs. Tiggy-Winkle's nose went sniffle, sniffle, snuffle, and her eyes went twinkle, twinkle. And she fetched another hot iron from the fire. Oh, yeah, that picture looks really hard to see. Okay, I think I need to pull it up there. Even closer.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'll try this again. There's one of my pocket hankins, cried Lucy. And there's my penny. Mrs. Tiggy-Winkle ironed it and goffered it and shook out the frills. Oh, that is lovely, said Lucy. Yes, when something's cleaned and ironed, it looks so nice.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. Oh, this is such a funny page. You have to see this picture here. Look what's in her hands. And what are those long yellow things with fingers like gloves? Oh, that's a pair of stockings belonging to Sally Henny Penny. Look how she's worn the heels out with scratching in the yard. She'll very soon go barefoot, said Mrs. Tiggy-Winkle.
That's the hen.
Henny Penny? Yep. So those are her stockings. They're like long gloves. You see those? Which is funny because if you have some plastic gloves around the house, the kind that you can throw away. You can actually put them on your feet. You can go outside and you can pretend you're Henny Penny scratching in the looking for food.
I don't think that's gonna work.
Actually, you guys did that a few years ago, so it was very funny. Ah, what do we have? Why, there's another handkerchief, but it isn't mine. It's red? Oh no, if you please, that belongs to old Mrs. Rabbit, and it did so smell of onions. I had to wash it separately. I can't get out the smell.
But this is Peter Rabbit.
I was going to ask you, why would, I'm sorry, the wash that belongs to Mrs. Rabbit smell like onions?
Because of in Benjamin Bunny, they had a blanket, a handkerchief full of onions.
Yes, and the onions were in that handkerchief for hours. And the smell was, how did they describe that in Benjamin Bunny?
Was it sour?
The smell was it frightful? Very strong. I can't remember how they described it. So, she had to get that onion smell out. There's another one of mine, said Lucy. What are those funny little white things? That's a pair of mittens belonging to Tabby Kitten. I only have to iron them. She washes them herself. Well, that's nice. There's my Tabby Kitten.
That's the cat. No, Tabby Kitten. The kitten was there.
Tabitha. I'm wondering if it's Tabitha in one of the other stories. Here, you want to come in?
Or maybe it's the white cats and
The white cats.
Peter
Oh,
Rabbit.
possibly. Onions can smell like a skunk, Grandma says. Ooh, that would be very strong. To have your handkerchief smelling like a skunk. There's my last pocket hanky, said Lucy. And what are you dipping into the basin of starch? They're little dicky shirt fronts belonging to Tom Titmouse. Most terrible particular, said Mrs. Tiggywinkle. Now I've finished my ironing. I'm going to air some clothes. Get some fresh air in the clothes. So the starch. Do you know what the starch does to the laundry? Yes, do you know? Okay. All right, speak up out there. My girls don't know what starch does to laundry.
Oh,
Do you know?
doesn't it?
Good. Well, she's thinking through it. It
Whitens.
whitens. I didn't know starch whitened, actually. I thought starch was to give it a nice, smooth texture. Give it a little firm texture. Wow, whitens too. Okay, that's terrific. Kind of like bleach, I guess. Stiffens, yes, that's what I was thinking. It kind of makes it stiff. So if you have a business suit, he has a nice white button-up shirt. Gets that collar nice. It's stiff and in order. Looks crisp. Nice. Okay, let's see here. What are these dear, soft, fluffy things, said Lucy. Oh, those are woolly coats belonging to the little lambs at Skegel.
Lambs, they well, probably they do need coats because
Oh.
they take off the wool.
Oh, yes, if you please them. Look at the sheep mark on the shoulder. And here's one marked for Gatesgarth. And 3 that come from Littletown. They're always marked at washing, said Mrs. Tiggywinkle. And she hung up all sorts of sizes of clothes. This is a cute picture. I have to show that close. Small brown coats of mice. Oh, so tiny. A little mouse's coat would be so tiny. And one velvety black moleskin waistcoat and a red tailcoat with no tail belonging to Squirrel Nutkin. Once you read Squirrel Nutkin, you'll know why he doesn't have a tail. What did it say? No, without a tail. Okay. And a very much shrunk blue jacket belonging to Peter Rabbit. And a petticoat, not marked, that had gone lost in the washing. And at last the basket was empty. Why was the blue jacket shrunk? Christina? Why was Peter Rabbit's blue jacket shrunk? Why had it shrunk? Anybody know?
Because it was ruined.
Think through. If you read the rabbit stories, Peter Rabbit and Benjamin Bunny.
I think I know why.
Do you remember?
Because it was wet.
It was wet and it shrunk.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that? Then Mrs. Tiggywinkle made tea. A cup for herself and a cup for Lucy. Oh, tea, although we're having French strawberry lemonade, but in pretty teacups. Okay, thank you for the cracker. Thank you, I appreciate that. In a minute when I finish reading. Thank you. They sat before the fire on a bench and looked at one another. Mrs. Tiggywinkle's hand, holding a teacup, was very brown and very, very wrinkly with the soap suds. And all through her gown and her cap, there were hairpins sticking wrong end out, so that Lucy didn't like to sit too near her. She didn't want to get prickled. Yes, Deborah Davis. It was out in the rain. She responded about the blue jacket. You know your story. Very good. Very nice. And let's see. When they had finished tea, they tied up the clothes in bundles, and Lucy's pocket handkerchiefs were folded up inside her clean pinny and fastened with a silver safety pin. And then they made up the fire with turf and came out and locked the door and hid the key under the door sill. Oh, you see her hiding the key there? I love these pictures. They're so cute. You see it?
Yeah.
Look who she's handing things to. I would doubt you can see. Can you see who she's handing the red handkerchief to?
Okay.
I see you share.
I can do it.
Yeah, but the movie. We can move on. Okay. Cover artwork. Yes, me too. Okay, so let us know if you can see who she was handing those. Katie! Peter Rabbit. Well, it is a rabbit. I think it might be Peter because I do see she's holding not just the handkerchief, but also the blue jacket. The bunnies. Yes. You see it. Actually, Deborah Davis, very good. Very observant. 2 bunnies. 2 bunnies. I wonder who the 2 bunnies might be.
Benjamin. Flopsy, no, Benjamin and Peter.
That's my guess. Then away down the hill trotted Lucy and Mrs. Tiggywinkle with the bundles of clothes. All the way down the path, little animals came out of the fern to meet them. The very first that they met were Peter and Benjamin Bunny. Okay, who gets a round of applause? You girls do. Joy, Katie gets one because she got Peter. Deborah Davis, you said the bunnies. You probably were meaning these. Flopsy and Mopsy, sorry. That didn't end up being who they were, but you couldn't tell. They weren't. You could only see their little heads. And she gave them their nice clean clothes, and all the little animals and birds were so very much obliged to dear Mrs. Tiggywinkle. Look at this bird. We have that bird upstairs. You want to go grab it? That would be so cute. Okay, I have to show you the birds. Come, Christina. How would you feel if somebody came and they were doing your laundry and they just brought it to you? It says they felt they were very much obliged to her. They felt very thankful. So that at the bottom of the hill, when they came to the stile, there was nothing left to carry except Lucy's one little bundle. Ah, look at Lucy's hand. Can you see? She's holding Mrs. Tiggywinkle's hand. It's so cute. I guess her hand isn't pokey. Okay, here is a bird that looks just like the birds in the picture. Isn't that cute? That's a cute one. Okay, it has to go in a flower section here. Lucy scrambled up the stile with a bundle in her hand, and then she turned to say, good night. I feel like I already said good night, but that was the beginning of the story. Okay, say that again. Lucy scrambled up the stile with a bundle in her hand, and then she turned to say,
good night.
good night, and to thank the washerwoman.
This is the same one. This is the first one.
Oh my. She seems to be saying, I have already read this one.
I think you're reading this one now.
No, I don't think so. This is they're a very odd thing. Oh, how funny. It's printed twice. But I think this is the last page. Okay. Thank you.
I have one. I have the same.
Okay, perfect. You can hold that up so they can see the picture while I read it. And how small she had grown, and how brown and covered with prickles. Why, Mrs. Tiggywinkle was nothing but a hedgehog. Now, some people say that Lucy had been asleep upon the stile, but then how could she have found 3 clean pocket handkins and a penny pinned with a silver safety pin? And besides, I have seen that door into the back of the hill called Cat Bells. And besides, I am very well acquainted with dear Mrs. Tiggywinkle. I think we all should be like Mrs. Tiggywinkle.
Yes.
Working hard, helping others, making things look pretty. That is so nice. Okay, so Robin Redbreast, that's the bird. Yeah, there we go. Robin Redbreast is very happy to see Mrs. Tiggywinkle. Okay, quick question. Tell me some of the characters whose clothes she was washing. Okay. Anybody there? Go ahead and put them on the list. We'll watch out for you. Okay. Christina, can you tell me one character whose clothes was washed?
The rabbit family.
The whole rabbit family?
Well, Peter Rabbit.
Okay, Peter Rabbit, certainly. Okay, you can't look.
The Tabitha the kitten.
Tabitha the kitten.
Tabby.
Yes, the Tabby, what do they call her? Tabby Kitten. Very good. Tittlemouse. Tom Tittlemouse. Yes, very good. Benjamin Bunny. Yes. Okay, who else? Lucy, certainly. Peter Rabbit. Benjamin Bunny. Yes, Tom Kitten. Oh, you guys are good. Good job. Was there a Tom Kitten? I remember Tabby Kitten, Tom Tittlemouse. Okay, here's the list I have. Sally Henny Penny. Do you remember what she was washing for Sally Henny Penny?
Her gloves. Leg things.
The long stockings. Yes. Okay. Very good. Now, we're going to wrap it up, but I want to show you what we're going to do next week. Christina, can you please hand me that craft page underneath the rose petal over there, please? During this week, not next week, but during this week, we're going to do some washing of our own. We're going to make our own clothesline. So you always have a craft that you can fit, either that's something you can wear or you can put in your notebook. This is one that you can put in your notebook if you'd like to. These are little sketches of the clothing. This is made by Jaden, my second son. Yes, do you see the stockings? Sally Henny Penny? Oh, sorry. Oh, okay, Katie, bye. Okay, here are the stockings. And here's a waistcoat. Here's a blue coat for Peter Rabbit. And so what you can do is, see you later, Katie. See you next time. What you can do is you can color the background on your page. So wherever you want them washed, who do you want? You want this to be for Mrs. Tiggywinkle? You can give her some trees in the background, maybe some little grass, and then you can draw either some wooden posts or something, and then a little string. You can color these clothes and then glue them on. You can get a little more creative if you want. If you have designer paper with fun patterns, you can also cut clothes out of that and hang that on.
Or you can take actual cloth and just cut it.
Yes, if you have little scraps of cloth around your house and a little bag with leftover scraps, or maybe even say some old pillowcases. You can cut some clothes out of that. That would be so cute in your journal.
No, you can do the same thing and then do the little stitch and then.
Yes, and you can take maybe popsicle sticks or get some little tiny twigs or toothpicks and make those as the posts. You can get some real thin string, maybe even floss if you don't have string, and you can put that for your line, and then you can glue your pieces on. So I'm going to see how creative everybody gets with their washing day. Now we're also going to do something outside. We're going to take a load of some little washing pieces. We have these baby burp rags, aren't they cute?
And we have handkerchiefs.
You can use doll clothes. You can use little cloth napkins, anything you have, socks, and get a big bowl. Put some dish soap in there, any kind of soap. Get some water and scrub them and wring them out. Get them nice and clean. Have a thin type of rope or something that you can hang them on. If you have clothespins, you want to grab these clothespins? You can also hang them on your thin rope or your string with the clothespins. I'm sure you know what clothespins are. Thank you, Christina. Clothespins, you just pinch them. They open up. Okay, good. And that's it. Next week, we're going to read. What's the story?
Jemima Puddle Duck.
That's the story. Jemima Puddle Duck. Yes.
She made a little mistake, but
Jemima Puddle Duck is a story with a lot of suspense. And we might even do some egg coloring. Okay, so that's all. Girls, would you like to say goodbye?
bye.
Goodbye, everybody. Thank you so much for, not yet. Thank you so much for joining us. Good job with all those answers. You really know what's happening in the story. You know about animals. So make those notebooks fun. If you want to share them with us, we would love to see what you're putting together. So if you want to take a picture, you can share it. You can email us at letslearnkidsbookclubs@gmail.com. You can also, if you have Instagram or Facebook, you can also find us at Let's Learn Kids Book Clubs, and you can share them there. We would love to see what you're making, and we'll share what we're making.
See you next Wednesday.
See you next Wednesday. That's right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Did you do it?